You doing all right? Thank you for the like, whoever you are. I think it might be Cash. All right. So I asked for a song. I know it's late in Israel. Why am I saying Israel? I have Israel on my mind right now. India, sorry. And if we need to, we can do Q&A first. I guess the video is okay. Kailash is supposed to be joining me. Let me make sure that everything's okay. Hey, thank you for the likes. Asha, hey baby. How are you? How are you? Kailash was supposed to be here, but I guess he's running a few minutes late. It's not clear. Okay, that's what I wanted to know because all I need to do is change my wife. Can anybody comment? Okay. Okay, great. I got you, baby. I got you. Thank you, Kailash. All right, I'm going to start out by pulling one of these cards right here. I'm just going to do things a little different today. Universe, how do you have our back? May I see, please? How do you have our back in this collective? How does the universe have our back? By Gabrielle Bernstein. How does the universe have this collective's back? Tell me how the universe has this collective's back. May I see, please? Thank you so very much. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So somehow right now you might be getting triggered, and whatever you're feeling, give yourself permission to feel whatever is underneath that so you can heal, okay? The universe is trying to help you heal by triggering you, okay? And when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So focus on your inner light, not on what's going on outside of us, because I know right now there's a lot of negativity going on outside of us. Sometimes negativity is necessary in this world in order to restore peace, because unfortunately Israel and Iraq are determined that they're going to fight. And if you know anything about those two countries, the reason why they are fighting is because they both think they are supposed to be the birthright from Ishmael and Isaac. I mean, it goes back to that story in the Bible when Abraham and Sarah took matters into their own hands and decided that because she was too old when God said, I'm going to give you a son. She was already in her 90s. And so she chose her handmaiden, Hagar, to sleep with her husband, to get pregnant. And then when he was born, she ended up getting pregnant several years later. Now they have a 13-year-old who was born first, who should have, in all fairness, been given the birthright because he was the firstborn. However, that was never God's plan. God had nothing to do with that. That was Sarah, Abraham, and Hagar's plan. God's plan was, I told Sarah she was going to have a damn baby. And she didn't have enough faith to believe in that. She laughed at God. thinking that God didn't hear her laughing. And he said, "Why are you laughing?" She said, "Oh, I'm not laughing." "Oh, yes, you were laughing. Oh, yes, you were. Is anything too hard for the Lord?" And so Isaac was born. And then Ishmael was jealous, and so was Hagar, because Isaac was promised. And Isaac was special, because when you are chosen by God, people can tell you're special without you even trying to be. And so Abraham ended up putting Ishmael and Hagar out in the heat of the desert with the clothes on their back and a little bit of food and water, and told Sarah they'll be fine. God will take care of them. And God did promise Ishmael that he would be a nation, just not the same as Abraham. Abraham was promised that he was going to have a son, and he had Isaac. And Isaac was the chosen one. The reason why he had to be chosen is because the bloodline that Jesus came out of was pure. So it was essential that that came from Sarah, not Hagar. But Ishmael was promised to be a great nation, and Ishmael is a great nation. But they are determined that since that happened, that they're going to be the greatest nation when it comes to Israel. And that's not their decision. It's just not their decision. All right. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. All right. And then on the bottom of the deck we have, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Joy is the ultimate creator. And my energy creates reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. What are we focusing on? Are we focusing on the negativity going on around us? Or are we focusing on positivity? Because we're going to manifest what we focus on. Okay, so that's how the universe has our back. I don't really know what message Spirit has for us. And Asha, I'm sorry about the images not being clear. I can try to put the Wi-Fi back on. Are you able to see me now? Awesome. Yay, we're back. Okay, so I just turned it off completely, or maybe it hooked up to the new Wi-Fi. I don't know. It probably hooked up to the new Wi-Fi finally. Alright, so I got a song for the reading. When we got finished with yesterday's reading, I was so tired. And if you remember, it's about putting that relationship to bed, to rest. And I got so tired. I literally fell asleep after that reading, and I slept all the way until I got up at like 8 o'clock this morning. But interestingly enough, the song that I got for this reading was from the same band hold on. I'm going to pull it up. It's called SYML Wake. And it goes like this. In the wake of an accidental love, in the violence I will still my lungs. and live in the moments when I can't breathe. You silent my storm and tame my seas. Sweet obsession left me with no choice. You're an anthem, I will lose my voice. I tethered myself to a dance with you, and I felt no fear when I came to. Rest your weary head, she's a long time coming. Steady now, steady my heart when the lights go down. Steady my heart when the lights go down. With a shot I fall and I spill my love. I was naked, arms around the sun. Should have held out for a stronger frame. Covered in red, but I have when the lights go down. Steady my heart when the lights go down. You couldn't know what you meant for me. Buried in love, will find some sleep. Rest your weary head, she's a long time coming. Steady now, steady my heart when the lights go down. Rest your weary head, she's a long time coming. Desolate, bury my heart when the lights go down. Bury my heart when the lights go down. So it's almost like it's a part two in a way. And it's just saying to you, don't even think about this, because getting your hopes up would be painful. This person is a long time away. Like, they're not coming anytime soon. So it's time to stop reading about it. It's time to start regurgitating. Stop. Why did I say start? It's time to stop regurgitating the old energy that was not going anywhere. Your life is more precious, more spectacular, more necessary, more of all of the things that you possess. Talent. You possess so much talent. You possess so many gifts. You have so much more to offer this world than just one relationship that you probably got drunk and made some kind of deal with this person that you'll meet in this lifetime and do shit together. And you were probably drunk when you made this deal. I mean, who knows? You might be able to get drunk in the afterlife. And if you can, I'm sure you will. And you and this person probably made some kind of bargain when you were half out of your mind. Because anybody who makes that kind of deal, like, I'll meet you in a lifetime and we'll do shit together, you're delirious or in fucking sane. That's all I'm going to say about it. So we're going to put that to bed. We're going to stop reading about it unless Spirit prompts us to read about it. Because some of you may have already been through all of this sleeping and that person's closer. But for the majority of us in this collective, that person's nowhere near coming towards us. And so we're not going to keep regurgitating old energy and vomiting on my table. It's just not going to happen. All right, may I please have a prayer? Dear God, thank you for your gift of life, of faith, and of my calling. See, you're more than this relationship. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you and others. Dear Father, thank you for making me your beloved child, now and forever. Amen. You have a calling on your life, okay? Stop thinking about this relationship. This relationship is a drop in a huge bucket, okay? It's time to start worrying about the rest of the shit in the bucket. All right, what are you doing here, Spirit? That reading left me disturbed. You're serving what we just said. Thank you for my calling. Great. You're making money. Somehow you're going to have money. You're going to be responsible for how you spend that money on this job. Somebody's going to show you kindness, or you are a very kind person. There's going to be forgiveness. And somehow you're going to have love. So I think this is a new love. I think this is something brand new. Doesn't that look fresh and new? Or it could just be you loving yourself enough to put yourself first, you're going to have a job, make money, and you're going to have kindness and forgiving, and there's going to be love. You're not going to give up. You're going to persevere. Good for you. And you're going to be gentle. So you're going to be kind and gentle, loving, forgiving, and not give up. And this is going to bring you a lot of peace, which I think is beautiful. All right, let's see what spiritual gifts are operating. What spiritual gifts are operating at home? Your family tree came out, and wisdom. So you have your family, 35 and 32 are here. You have the 3 monkeys, see no, hear no, and speak no evil. That means you've learned wisdom, because people with wisdom don't see, hear, and speak evil. Shit. And then you have the tree of life. The tree of life means a lot more than just a family tree. But to simplify it for some of us, it's your family. It's your family. It's the tree that you come from. This is the tree that was in the Garden of Eden. This is the tree that we all come from. We all come from the same source, and that's what this tree represents. We're all one. No matter what color, what race, what creed, what religion, no matter what we are or who we are, we all come from the same source. Okay? And we are wise enough to know that. And we don't speak, hear, or see evil in others, because we know we are all from the same family tree. All right, what about work? What about work? At work, we need to start meditating. Spirit wants us to start meditating. It's really time for us to get down to business when it comes to this. Some of us are not doing it at all. Some of us might do it as we're falling asleep at night, and Spirit is saying, please, I need you to connect to the source. Connect to me. Connect to everyone. We all connect when we meditate, okay? Meditation is probably one of the most powerful tools in this world, because it will change who you are. It'll help you to become the true you. It will heal parts of you that are not well. It'll actually reverse the aging process. It'll make you look younger. It'll make you feel younger. It helps you to tap into this tree of life, into this wisdom. All right, what are our surprise gifts? That was quick. All right, some of us are going to have something new start, something brand new, a seedling. This could be for some of us a child. So if you have all the children you already want, then you might need to think about sexual protection here. If you're looking for a new job, this is probably that new job you want to start. If you're looking for a new home, a new neighborhood, a new relationship, a new friendship, whatever new thing, that new car you want to buy, whatever that new is, just maybe you want to restart because you're coming out of a very challenging time in life and you want things to be better. This is going to make things better. Your surprise is you're going to have a new beginning. The other surprise is that it's time for this. The timing is right. Maybe in the past the time was never right, but guess what? It's the right time for this new start. And also nature. It's time to get outside and explore the beauty of nature. Put your feet on the ground, lay on the ground, go outside at night and lay on the ground. Make sure there's no snakes in the vicinity, not poisonous ones. But get on that ground and look up at those stars on a clear night, not when it's raining, obviously. Go for a hike. Go for a walk. Walk your dog. If you live in the city, just go somewhere in nature. Even if it's just on the roof of your house or on the patio of your house, so you can feel nature, feel close. Because when you're in nature, you feel so much closer to spirit, okay? So surprisingly, it's time for a new beginning, and it has something to do with nature. See, for some of you, this could definitely be a child, all right, and your love life. In fact, I've been feeling lately, in your love life, you're going to be a phoenix rising, and the clouds are significant. The clouds. You are definitely going to rise. It's like you're going to do that healing. We're going to figure out why clouds came out with that. I never understand clouds. I do know that people get messages in the clouds. There's also birds that are going to be seen in the clouds. So be on the lookout for birds in the clouds. That's going to be a sign for you that you are, in fact, where you're supposed to be in your love life. And where you're at right now is you're a phoenix rising. You have infinity showing up. All right. What's your role? Your role is that very strong intuition of yours, using your third eye to see. Not everyone is able to tap into that, but you have tapped into that. Look, and to also work. Your role is to use your intuition and work. Whatever you do for work, you're going to need to tap into your intuition. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you're a plumber, or if you're a tarot card reader, or if you're a medium who helps police and the FBI solve crimes. You're going to need to tap into your intuition. I don't give a damn what you do. You could be a mechanic working on cars. And, you know, sometimes even small jobs that seem minute, like mechanics, are very important, because if you take your car to a mechanic that doesn't have an intuition, they're liable to fix something that's not even broken. And then you're back a week later, like whatever you did didn't work. So use your intuition, whatever you do, okay? Whatever you do, that's your work. Painting, I see plumbing, I see drafting, I see construction. Someone uses a hammer and a tape measure and a level. There's a lot of different things I see here. Some of you are in school. You need to use your intuition. All right, and what will your outcome be? So you're going to have a job if you don't already. What will your outcome be? Your outcome is going to be you and an angel. You're going to have an angel and infinity. Infinity, collective. Infinite abundance. Infinite. There's just no end to what you can do with your life. And this angel is with you every step of the way. This could be someone that you loved and they crossed over. They could have dark skin. Very beautiful. They could have died somewhere around their 30s. They could have died 2 years ago. They could have been 18 or 20. And look, you're also finding feathers. And I have one on my floor right over there. I picked one up from over here. But that's, some of those are cosmos. I keep finding his feathers in the craziest of places. All right, let's see what else Spirit wants to say to us today. All about us. We are going to have love, though. I don't know what kind of love, because in our love life, we're not looking at anything but our rising from the ashes. Maybe your last relationship left you in desolate, like feeling desolate, destitute, like you had nothing, like just empty. I know that feeling. All right, what's going on at home? when it comes to sacred destiny. At home, there's going to be change. Something's going to change at home. And it has to do with you not having inner peace. You need to have inner peace, so something's going to change. All right, what about work? At work, you're going to have fulfillment and get in flow. It looks like for some of you, you're going to get a new job, and if you already have a job, you're going to really start to become like the top of your game in this job. All right, surprises. Surprises, power, and courage. You're going to have a lot of power and a lot of courage. And it's time for a new beginning. And it has to do with nature. You might be going to the ocean. There could be an ocean near you with big rocks where the waves crash against the rocks. I'm hearing something that starts with an S. There's lightning. This is so powerful. You could somehow have lightning strike very close to you. There's going to be lightning striking. You're going to see a lightning strike. This looks like it could be, surprisingly, you're going to have courage and power with, I don't know what. All right, love life. In your love life, you're going to be in leadership. And you're not going to take any action. No action. But you will be in leadership. Alright, so that could be a job you love. You're rising from those ashes. You're coming up from the bottom. Your role, besides working and using your intuition, your role is something about trusting and being in the wrong. It's like you don't trust the community that you're in somehow. There's a lack of trust in the wrong community. That's your role. So maybe you feel like you're living in the wrong place. What will be the outcome? The outcome is going to be wondering why you have no security. And having something be illuminated to you. So now I want to know why you are wondering why you have no security. All right, let's see a little bit more of what's going on in your life. What's going on at home? You're not being heard. That's what needs to change. Somebody's not listening to you. And you're wise, and you realize that we're all from the same source. And I think whoever you're dealing with at home is asleep. I think they were walking dead. All right, work life. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not woke. They're what they call not woke. You're not fucking stressed at work. Okay, so if you've been stressed because of work, you're not going to be stressed. Alright? What's your surprise? There's a lot of stuff coming out here. That you're not going to talk about money. Surprisingly, you're not going to talk about money. Hey, I don't know if that's good or bad, especially if you're starting a new job. Maybe you won't have to. Maybe they are going to offer you something very spectacular. Alright, love life. Somebody's listening in your love life, and they're going to stop trying to be so controlling. Okay. Alright. What about your role? Your role is that you think you have them all figured out, but you don't. Somebody is going to deal with your drama, have sex, fill in the blank. We can't be all things. Oh my God, what the fuck is going on? Alright, what's the outcome of all that? No wonder you feel like you don't have any security. You're going to keep shit clean. And you're going to say, I'm hot, smart, and I have a great ass. Or somebody does. But you're irritated. Okay. So, let's go back to your role and unpack this. Your role is that you think you have somebody all figured out, but you don't. You have to deal with your drama because of having sex, fill in the blank, and feeling like you're not good enough. So you're sleeping with somebody and you feel like you're not enough. That's sad. No, and yeah, you do need to deal with your drama. And no, you don't have this all figured out. What's going to be the outcome of your part in this? You're going to realize that love doesn't have to hurt like hell. So you're hurting in your love life. You're going to plug back in and you're not going to interrupt, because interrupting is for assholes. It's like somebody's going to listen. Remember over here in your love life? Somebody's going to listen and stop trying to be so controlling and not be interrupting you all the time. Because you're going to plug back in and realize that love doesn't have to hurt like hell. And not be interrupting. Okay? Whatever. You're having sex with somebody and fill in the blank. I'm telling you, if you don't want a child, be careful. Because this is making you feel like you're not enough. You're having sex with somebody and you feel like you're not enough. And you need to deal with this. You need to deal with this drama because you do not have this figured out. What do they not have figured out, Spirit? That it's personal. So this is personal. Go on a real fucking date in reverse. Like, you don't want to go out with this person anymore. So you're fucking somebody you don't want to be sleeping with. And it's like, you can't say thank you enough. So maybe this person's been paying your way. I'm taking all these up. Wow. Now it's like your love life is spilling over into the rest of your life. Do you see how that just happened and you have all this beautiful stuff going on? I think the reason why you feel like you're not in the right community is because of that. Like, get rid of this person. This person is not meant for you. They're not meant to be with you. If they're making you feel like you're not enough when you have sex with them, then they are not. Trust and believe, that's not how sex works, okay? If you want to call it sex. Alright. Show me what's going on at home intuitively. Somebody says, I'm missing you. They're no competition for you. It says, I miss you. There's no competition, and there's something that I can't decide. What can you not decide at home if you want to reconcile? Well, why wouldn't you want to reconcile? Because of controlling. You're controlling this. Or, okay, you don't want to reconcile because of somebody being controlling. What would be the outcome if you reconciled? You would trust the plan, okay? What's going to be the outcome if you don't? You're going to have an epiphany. And what will that be? That this person is arrogant as hell. Okay. So you're dealing with somebody who's a complete... They're so full of themselves. Why are they missing you? Because they're on the verge of something. What are they on the verge of? They're on the verge of saying, my family needs to quit pushing my buttons. I can't hear you in my mind anymore, and I'm clueless now. It's like you've cut me off with your telepathy. You've cut the telepathy off, and this person's like, family, stop pushing my buttons. You can't read my mind. You're clueless of how I feel. That's what you want to say to your family. Your family might be the ones that are missing you. And they might feel like they're competing with, like, your friends. And somebody's controlling and arrogant. Somebody's online dating. What's going on at work? You're going to have a commitment with somebody at work. You could meet somebody new and fall in love at work. Or you could just love your job and be committed to it. Alright, what's your surprise? That you're not going to make anybody prove anything. Nobody's going to make you prove it, and you're not going to make them prove it. Alright, what's going on in your love life? Somebody is haunted in their love life, okay? Why are they haunted? Because you got away, and you got away because I had a desire to win. And they got away. So somebody that was really good for you got away because of your arrogance and you're acting clueless and being controlling. Alright. What about your role? Your role is you're going to online date. And what's going to be the outcome of that? Gossip. Okay. And what's going to be the outcome? You're going to be overthinking. What are you going to be overthinking about? Remember, you're going to wonder why you have no security. About your friend support. And if it's like, you're not all in my head. I need my friend's support so I can get this out of my head. Something's all in my head and I want it out. And you have no choice. Why do you have no choice when it comes to your friend support? Because that friend is saying somebody's not for you. Why are they not for you? Because trust your intuition, Spirit says. You know why they're not for you. You need to do some healing. Alright. So now we kind of see a little bit more about what's going on with the collective. You're going to have a commitment at work. Nobody's going to make you prove anything, surprisingly. Somebody in your love life got away and you're haunted because of having that desire to win. You won. You got in leadership, but you didn't take any action. And so now you're going to be a phoenix rising from those ashes. I think you had a bad relationship or a relationship that wasn't reciprocated, kind of like we talked about yesterday. Oh, I want to know more about this. Okay, why is there gossip around your online dating? Because somebody is going to get kicked to the curb or maybe got kicked out. Why did they get kicked to the curb or why didn't they? Because they were not a great actor. What were they acting about? Keeping a promise. So they said they were going to keep a promise, but they did not keep that promise. So somebody kicked them to the curb. Any more gossip? Somebody's total drama in action and they are keeping you a secret. And they're also expecting a new beginning with you. They're busy and they're sick of their family. Why is your friend over here telling you to get this out of your head that they're not for you? Trust your intuition. Because they're saying you need to chill out. They don't want to hear it. And what would you say back? You would say sex. And what would they say about that? We already seen you were having sex. They would say, that's your private stuff. I don't want to talk about your private stuff. Your sex is private. And fighting for what you got a good friend. I got to give it to them. They're saying, if you love them, fight for what you love. Claim what's yours. Love is sometimes a battlefield. So your friend is saying, look, if you can't get this person out of your head, even though you know they're not for you, trust your intuition. Why? You don't, and they're like, but sex, and you're like, chill out, I don't want to hear it. You're having a private relationship, and if it's really worth fighting for, then fight for it. But stop overthinking. Stop with the overthinking and do what you're going to do. You got a good friend. I got to give it to you. Your friend is on point. All right. For some of you, that's the gossip. For some of you, it's going to get juicier. Hang on. Hang on. For some of you, it's about to get real. All right. What's going on with the rest of you online daters? They're not into you. So whoever you're dating online is not into you. Why are they not into you? Because of a boss daddy. So you're being very boss daddy-ish. Like, you think you're the shit, you're egotistical, you think you have a big dick. Okay, that's the sex part. Usually boss daddies don't have the dick, they act like they have. You understand what I'm saying? What else is going on here? You are marrying them for money. So your date, okay, for some of you it was the other scenario. For the rest of you, or the next collection of you, you're online dating and people are saying that you're not into this person, but they are boss daddy, a big dick, a big stable rich CEO. They got all this power. They got money. And you're marrying them because they have money. That's what people are saying. Holy shit. And you gotta dust it off. So this person is so old, you gotta dust that shit off. So you're dating somebody that's so much older than you because they have money. What's going to be the outcome of you doing that? You're going to end up with karmic friends. You're going to waste time, and somebody's going to steal your ideas, copy you, duplicate you, and feed off you. And they're also a cyberbully. Ah, yuck. All right. So, if you want to date this person because they got a big dick and money, go for it. But that's disgusting. Have you ever slept with a person that was that much older than you and it felt like you were sleeping with your grandfather? That's what it was going to be like. But have fun with that. If money is worth all that to you, and look, what's so crazy is you're still going to wonder why you don't have security. Because they probably have grandchildren in their will and they're not giving you all their money. You already have infinity, but you want money. Okay, okay, Spirit just said to me, this is not you. This is the person that you wanted to be with. They're being forced to marry for money, some of them. Some of them are in arranged marriages. And these people in these arranged marriages, for the woman, it's unfortunate. But for the man, they are arrogant as fucking hell. And they probably have a dick that big. But they act like it's that big just because their family has money and the privilege of choosing a woman who doesn't want anything to do with them and then making her sleep with them. Not so she can have money, but so her whole family can have money. Ah. Aren't you glad you used dial? Have you ever heard that? Aren't you glad they do, or don't you hope they do? Ooh. All right. How can we not fuck ourselves at home? You need to have doubts. Like it says, release your doubts in reverse, which means you need to doubt what's happening. Don't just take it at face value. That's why you have wisdom, because you don't just take shit at face value. When somebody tells you something, you think that shit through. And you have your doubts about this. Alright, so how you don't fuck yourself is you need to doubt what's going on here. Alright, what about work? At work, you're going to have a fresh start. Why is it all coming out in reverse? So maybe you need to release your doubts at home and you're going to have a fresh start at work. Alright, what about your surprise? All of it's coming out in reverse. You're going to open up and avoid toxic people. Your surprise is that you're going to open up to somebody. You're going to open up and start talking to somebody. You're being asked to open your heart to another, let down your walls, and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. But you're not going to do that with toxic people. Okay? Surprisingly. Alright, what about your love life? In your love life, you just need to get more sleep and rest. You remember yesterday's video? It's time to go to bed. It's time for sleep. Time to rest. Alright, what is your role here? Now, this is coming out upright. You need to create a routine. And you need to clear your energy. You need to get that sage and that palo out. And you need to cleanse yourself. You need to do a cleansing bath. You need to do an egg cleansing. Whatever it is you need to do to get rid of the negativity. Refuel and reclaim your power. Alright, and your outcome. You need to exercise. What about your wondering about security? Spirit says you're in denial. You ain't got no security. That person is not, whoever that was trusting in that fool that was older than them for money, they ain't got no security. Let me tell you something. Since COVID, none of us have security. Not one of us. The most wealthy of us are worried about security. And that's just facts. And that might change these arranged marriages, seriously. Because these people are going to start wanting to hold on to their money. Alright, see the beauty in the world. Happy birthday, Manya! Happy, happy, happy! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Manya! To you! I can't sing. Happy birthday, beautiful. Happy, happy birthday. So you're a Cancer, huh? I thought you were a Gemini. Okay. Let's see. Spirit wants to do one more thing. Oh, you're welcome, beautiful. You're so welcome. I'm going to pull you a card for your birthday, too, okay? Unless you have a specific question you want to... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. In your work life, you are somehow going to have... You're going to work on your purity. Remember that sex you were having with the person down here? Purity just came out of hiding. I don't know if it was at home or if it was at work. But you were going to have fulfillment and be in flow, and purity popped out that I never saw. So somebody is going to clean up their act. Good for them. Somebody doesn't trust where they live. That bothers me. You don't trust your community. You might live in a dangerous place where things are very... I want to ask Spirit more about that. Can I ask Spirit about that? Let's see. Hold on. Give me a moment. I'm going to use just this tarot here. I don't know why. The pictures probably. Spirit wants me to see something on these pictures. Is this the right one, Spirit? Hold on. Hold on a minute. Gracious, I do reckon. Okay, I'm going to use this deck. This is the one I wanted to begin with. Alright. This is the Witch's Tarot. I don't know why. You might be into witchcraft. You might be a witch. Alright, why do you not trust your home? The Two of Swords and the King of Cups. So, there's a King of Cups, and there's a sense that you don't know whether or not you can trust this person. Why do you not trust your home? Because of the Six of Wands and the King of Cups. I think this person will do anything to win. Whoever this King of Cups is. Why do you not trust your home? Because of the Three of Cups and the King of Cups. It has to do with celebrating, not celebrating. There's not anything to celebrate here. Why don't you trust your home or your community? Because of the shadow side. That's the moon. Okay. What I'm seeing here is there is somebody dangerous in your community. And you could have been attacked by a sibling, like sexually attacked by a brother. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See how he's hiding his face? And she looks terrified of what she's seeing? And there's somebody behind them that's in charge of it all. This could go back to those arranged marriages. Like, doesn't it look like both of them are kind of scared? But this person in the background is the one that's controlling it. It's like he wants to watch, so he's telling them, you have to do this, and I have to see it be done. I have to know that it's been done. It's crazy. So you have a good reason to be afraid of your community. There's something not right about your community. And this person looks like a Grim Reaper. What's going on here, Spirit? Nine of Cups in reverse. This is very, very disappointing. It could have been a friend of yours. Like, somebody may have wanted to watch a friend of yours have sex with you, and so they made the two of you do that. That's disgusting. Which makes more sense of this that we saw over here. Why is this person making these people do this? A wheel. It's karmic. Clarify the wheel. Okay, the Two of Wands came out. There's somebody that has a tabby cat, like a gray and orange cat. There's also white flowers that are blooming right now. So this person has a feather in his cap. And he is literally waiting for his ship to come in. And he has a globe, and he's wondering, where should I go? Where should I go? So it's almost like, you know what I'm going to say? You know what this even looks like when you look at it a little bit closer? Do you see all the lights shining? It looks like they're being filmed. Like this is child pornography. And they're selling this to perverts to make money. It's like they're making these people have sex so they can film it and make money. Remember, they're cyber bullies. And they're doing it, even though this is very, very disappointing to the people that it's being done to. They're doing it so that they can have the fortune of deciding where they want to go in the world. Like, they're making money, profiting off of people. This is a sex ring. This is sex trafficking. that I'm seeing on my table. Someone has been or is the victim of sex trafficking. And these people are doing this in your neighborhood and you know it. Maybe because you used your intuition and you saw what they were working on. Alright. Yeah, and you don't like looking at this. You don't like it that you see this. What's going to be the outcome? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You are going to be very powerful. You might have an Aquarius placement. Look. See how this looks like the same boy and girl that were in the moon card as children? They could be twins or close in age. It's like that woman is that little girl bringing hope to this situation because this happened to her when she was young. What is that hope going to look like? It's going to look like no more juggling, no more making money this way. She is pouring out the hope. See how she is keeping the water going and keeping the hope? Because without water, we'll die. And so she's continuing to keep. Water is a symbol of the spirit. She's keeping the spirit moving. And she is comfortable in her sexuality, even though she should be very uncomfortable. She's healed from this. And see how he's trying to keep his money going? That's why he's unsure about his stability. Because she's going to put a stop. This little girl is grown up and she had to endure this sex trafficking as a child. Even a teenager, probably a teenager. Somebody made her brother, or her brother was just evil. And this brother made this sister sleep with him. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. And this is that friend that you were trying to talk to, you wanted friend support about. And they were saying they're not for you, and use your intuition about why. It's because it's your fucking sister. This brother is still obsessed with sleeping with his sister. That's what I'm getting from this. Now, that might not be for everybody, but that's for somebody. Anything else I need to know about this? The Ace of Wands, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Cups, baby. There is going to be something striking. The Ace of Wands is like a spark. I see a butterfly here. I see a city, and this person is on the top of a hill with a spark. It's like you're going to be in nature in them clouds and with them birds, and there's going to be a black and red and white butterfly, and there's going to be a spark. Remember I said lightning could even strike near you? And you're no longer going to live in this desolation. This is having nothing. You're no longer going to live like that because of this spark. Clarify that spark. It's the Four of Cups in reverse. It's like all your life you've been, no. Wait, that's the Five of Cups. You're healing from this. This is the spark that's bringing you healing. So you no longer have to live in this wasteland of shit that was done to you. And you're going to realize that you're the Queen of Cups. Something happened to you as a teenager, and you ended up with sex with a family member. Outcome of the Queen of Cups. Baby. What, this heavy shit you've been carrying around all your life that stopped you from many, many, many new opportunities is no longer going to be a burden to you. Outcome of your Ace of Pentacles. It's no longer going to stop you. Oh, wow. Wow. You have been estranged from people in your life that love you, that were friends with you, that celebrated life with you. And those friends are coming back into your life. You've been living somewhere else, or you've been ignoring them, you've blocked them out of your life, but they're coming back into your life. Waterfalls are significant. That you all could even go on a trip somewhere tropical together. And these women are going to surround you, and they are going to show you so much concern and compassion and kindness and gentleness and love. And they're also going to show you all the opportunities that are out there for you. That this didn't ruin you. This didn't destroy you. What doesn't destroy you makes you stronger. And you're going to come out of denial, baby. Oh, wait, here's another card. Look. Oh, my goodness, there's more. The Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands in reverse. Somebody is moving real slow towards being humiliated. The person who did this to you is moving towards humiliation. Because you're finally going to walk away and say, you know what, this doesn't serve my greater good. Outcome of their humiliation. The Two of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the High Priest. Not the High Priestess, the High Priest in reverse. So this relationship that y'all were having when you were younger was this boy, this young boy, he had something wrong with him. He had a sex addiction or something. And he wasn't able to control himself when it came to you. And you've lived with that darkness for years. But you know what? You're going to realize that this has given you the ability to see through people who pretend to be what they're not. This is giving you a gift. That's why I said what I did about you can see the danger in your neighborhood. You see other children that are living with this same sin. This, I don't know what else to call it. But when a brother makes a sister sleep with him or have oral sex with him, that is despicable. And that's what happened to y'all. And I think at one time y'all were close. But then something happened. He succumbed to something evil. And he violated you more than one time. I think he would come into your room at night and violate you. And he probably still lives in the same neighborhood as you. And you don't trust him. Or you don't trust him around your children either. I think you have children now. Or you might be pregnant. This person's also an alcoholic, and they drink that they drink to try to forget the evil shit that they've done to you. But they're not sorry for it. And they even have somebody that they talk to about this because they still desire to have you. And you know that. Now that's not, look, this whole reading just took a turn, honey. I don't know who you are, but yes, I know exactly who you are because I've done a private reading for you before. I know exactly who you are. I just didn't know you were here. And I don't know what you want, but you want healing. That's what you want. You want healing, and I think finally you're getting the healing that you came to me to get a few years back. I think you're finally getting that healing. All right, so let's see what that might look like. Yeah, you're going to be a phoenix rising, and you're going to see a message in the clouds. You might even travel and go on an airplane. All right, Spirit, what's the healing you have? If this wasn't your reading, I'm sorry. But this person needed this. What would this brother say to you? What would the brother say to you? I will be writing you a message. I miss you. So you and him haven't been communicating. What would you say back? Damn, that flew out. I'm trying to make a very difficult decision and it involves you. I love you. So you do love him, but I think you're planning on having him in trouble with the law. I think you're finally going to tell what happened to you to free yourself. You do love him, even though he did these horrific things to you, because he's your brother or whoever, cousin, I don't know. For all of you, it wasn't your brother, but for that particular person, I know it was. Or this could be him saying, I miss and love you. But you're trying to make a difficult decision that involves him, and I think you're trying to decide to turn him into the police because he needs to go to prison for what he's done to you. Here. Don't take advantage of somebody. You just don't do that. Okay. What are the relationship blocks that this person has developed? Whoever you are. It could be many of you. What relationship blocks have you developed due to this violation? You're staying stuck. You keep repeating old patterns. It's time to try something new. And you need to set boundaries. You need to hold good boundaries so you don't feel violated. Alright, what else? You're confused. You don't know what you want. So you need clarity before you get involved with somebody. And I'm sure you are confused. Anything else? Getting hurt and hiding your feelings. All love comes with a risk of losing it. Don't be afraid to floss. Take a chance. Don't be afraid of loss. Take a chance. And you need to express, don't be afraid to floss. That's what it says, but I know what it meant to say. Maybe you need to floss. You need to express how you feel to the one you love to see how they feel in return. So you're hiding your feelings from people because you're afraid of getting hurt and because you're confused. And this is keeping you stuck. And you have felt very unloved in the past. Because this person wasn't loving you. They were using you for sex. Anything else? There's criticizing and being faded. You feel like you're faded. I think you criticize yourself. Or you might criticize this person. Criticizing whoever is driving them away. Focus on their good qualities. But it would be hard. And you feel fated to be alone. You gave up on love because you think you are meant to be alone. And it's not true. And retreating. Your fear of being hurt has made you retreat. It's time to get out and try again. Alright, so I feel that Spirit wants me to give some guidance right now. And then we'll do Q&A if anybody has any Q&A. I did not expect all of this. This was just out of Spirit, just decided, hey, that's what we're going to do. And that might make sense with that song, because that song made no sense to me. Alright, guidance, Spirit. That was just perfect. Right there. Boom now. Alright, let's see what Spirit has to say. The wise woman of Wonderland, integrity and composure. I'm sorry, compromise. And web weaver in reverse. So number 21. These cards are great at giving guidance. I love them. The wise woman of Wonderland. The wise woman of Wonderland brings integrity to thought and word and deed. She lets you know that as long as you're in the flow of honesty and being true to your word, she keeps you under her protection and care. When she appears as your ally, she signals a time when honesty pays off, yielding greater dividends than you could expect. You'll be thankful that you remained faithful and loyal to your path. She reminds you that compromise isn't always an option. Stay true to yourself first and foremost. Although it may appear that you could lose something as a result, you can never lose what is truly yours. And see, right now, that's what's happening with you. You are trying to fight your own feelings of losing your family, because your family is going to have a hard time believing that this actually happened. But trust me, nobody gets raped by a brother or a cousin or anybody in your family, a father, a stepfather, without somebody in that family being aware. They're in denial, but underneath of all that denial, they have the presence of mind to know that it was going on. And if they don't, fuck them. Because your sanity and your healing are more important than their denial. And if they want to believe a rapist over you, let them. Eventually the truth will hit them. Because that wheel will turn. Alright, the web weaver in reverse. The web weaver warns you to address your behavior in all areas. Where are you being dishonest with others and with yourself? Are you fearful that you'll be left out in the cold and abandoned if you don't relinquish control? Your strand in the web is beautiful and unique, and you don't need to camouflage who you really are in order to manipulate results. You're challenged to stand tall in all your perfect imperfections. See yourself truly and allow the patterns of your life to be woven into the beauty meant for you and you alone. Keep in mind that if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. The web remembers everything. Do something different this time and watch a miracle. This applies to all your questions in the moment, for everything is connected. Somebody knows what I'm talking about, and more than somebody. More than one somebody. This happens in almost every family. Not necessarily with brothers and sisters, but a lot of times it does. It never gets talked about because nobody wants to talk about it. But there are brothers and sisters who don't even speak to each other, and nobody understands why. The mother will pretend like, oh, why don't y'all get along? Why can't you all be here for Christmas? Because he was fucking me when I was 12. Angels, how are you helping here? Adoration. So somehow you're adored. You might have somebody watching you, like spying on you. How else? Power and forgiveness. And it's going to take a powerful forgiveness for you to forgive this person for what they've done to you. Anything else? Look at that candle. Somebody's going to have their freedom because of the truth. The truth is going to set you free. I can't make it up. And you're going to have harmony and gratitude. You're going to be grateful that you did this. This is going to set you free. And there's going to be powerful forgiveness. And you're going to be adored by somebody. This could be a husband, a partner, a new love. What's going to be the outcome once this is told? The Hermit is here with the Two of Pentacles. So somebody is going to soul search about setting priorities. And what will they decide that they're going to move forward? And what will that move towards? What will it move them towards? It'll move them towards an injustice when it comes to a new love and a King of Cups who's reluctant to change when it comes to a Queen of Pentacles. So there was an injustice. Somebody could have gotten pregnant here. And they could have been forced to give up the child because it was born in within two people that have a lot of money and prosperity. Look, this is a relationship now. What are they reluctant to change? Okay. She has an identical match that's single. So she is reluctant to be with her identical match because of what happened to her. I think she's afraid that if she tells this person the truth, that she'll lose his respect and admiration. But you're going to be adored. Outcome of telling him the truth. You're not going to. You're going to lose your courage. And that's why you're going to have that Ace of Wands. That's because of this, because of you losing your identical match to this man who violated you, got you pregnant, and it was an injustice. You lost your courage. You lost this relationship. That's why you don't know where your money's coming from. Because he left, it looks like, and he went to be by himself. Maybe because this brother was reluctant to leave you alone. Damn. Anything else that we need to know here? I know that you're gonna bring hope. There it is, that Ace of Wands and unexpected setbacks. So you're gonna have a very passionate, motivated beginning, but why are we having setbacks? Oh, wow. You're going to have a new opportunity. Somebody, oh my goodness. You lost your identical match. But you're going to have, even though you're going to have setbacks, once you get through those setbacks, you're going to have an Ace of Pentacles, a Knight of Cups, strength, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. Why is the Eight of Wands in reverse? It's like every time you get ahead, you get knocked back again. Because somebody has an alcohol or drug problem, or they have excess in some way. They have this grandiose thinking. Whatever is going on right here, it is going to end in a wheel. What is this wheel? The Queen of Swords, the Six of Cups in reverse, Temperance, and the Fool in reverse. I'm just checking to see if this is Kailash. Nice. Okay. Ooh, honey. All right. So you're going to have this real passionate beginning, and you're going to be like, nothing's going to stop me from having my new beginning. But there's going to be unexpected setbacks. What are the unexpected setbacks? Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn it, boy. What are the unexpected setbacks? Oh my God, here they are right here. You are going to bare your fucking soul because your friends miss your face. Remember I said you're going to have friends that were going to come back? Oh, thank you, Spirit. All right, so you're going to bare your soul to your friends and tell your friends what your brother or your cousin or your uncle did to you when you were younger, and maybe even up until now, and how your husband left you because they found out, or your perfect match, you lost them. They don't even want to be with you because they found out what happened to you when you were younger. I mean, that's on them. Fuck them. But the setbacks are that your friends miss you and you're going to bare your soul. So that's not really a bad setback, because it's going to lead you to an Ace of Pentacles, a new place, a new community. And there's going to be somebody there who's very attracted to you. And you're going to be strong, because you're going to heal from this. And you're going to feel like you can't get any traction because you may have a drinking problem yourself. And that could also be your setback. But you're going to have a wheel. And when that wheel happens, you are going to get your shit together and get off of this alcohol. Because you're going to stand up for yourself. And you're going to say, you know what? These memories don't have to lead me to being a drunk. I don't have to drink away my misery one drink at a time. I'm stronger than that. I don't have to be a fool that way. I can get over this. The chariot was turned over in the deck. This woman is getting over this. And nothing is going to stop her. Even though a lot of shit is going to try to stop her. She's coming out of the moon energy, baby. Coming out of the moon energy. I am so sorry this happened to you. Somebody should have been there to help you. Somebody should have been there to rescue you from this sick shit. And yes, it's caused you to have struggles as an adult. Who the hell wouldn't have struggles as an adult with this? Show me how this Knight of Cups feels about you. Clarity when it comes to no secrets. So he knows about your secrets. He's clear on that. How does he feel about it? He don't want to talk about it. Why not? Because now you're pure. Remember I said purity came out and I didn't see it to begin with? Because he looks at you as pure. This person doesn't see you as being dirty or broken. I'm hearing that song, I'm not broken anymore. You're not broken. And this man that has feelings for you, he looks at you as somebody who is honest, has good intentions. They tell the truth. They don't keep secrets. And they're not cold about it. And they're pure. You're going to be pure, not just in your body and in your sexuality, but you're going to clean from that alcohol or whatever it is you're doing to get rid of this shame. You've been living with shame. How are you going to feel about them? You're not. You're going to get established with this man. Established. You're going to live somewhere new with somebody new. Somebody who looks at you as being honest and pure and doesn't have to keep it a secret what happened to you when you were young. Because it wasn't your fault. Look, they're going to be loyal. we forgot to get rocks, baby. What rocks would you give me for this reading? I don't know. Reading took a turn, but I don't argue with Spirit. Spirit knows what Spirit's doing with this collective. What rocks would go perfect with this reading? You have a friend. You have love. You're going to have joy. And you're going to have strength. You can't get any better than that for this reading. And that friend is the one that sees this clarity right here. That you're honest and that you're not hiding anything that was keeping you frozen. It was making you feel so dead and so numb. Your friends miss you because you were hiding everything. And you finally are going to bare your soul to your friend. Finally. Or they are. They might finally bare their soul. Somebody was bearing their soul as an outcome. And that friend was saying, you can't be with that person. Trust your intuition. You know why. It's almost like their guilt was coming out, is what I was feeling. Alright, so let's see what this friend would say to you. And then we're going to close this part of the reading. Thank you so much. I know that somebody who I read for in a private reading in my, well, I was staying at Miss Mary's. You came to me with a friend and we spent a few hours together reading about your situation. And this was your situation. So I'm glad to see you're finally going to get honest. I'm proud of you. What would your friend say? The sun will always rise. Don't let them rush you. Alright. Instant Magic Oracle. What would you say to the collective? You keep repeating harmful behaviors. Ask yourself why. Alright. Let's just real quick see who Spirit's talking to. R11EBEIFH. Virgo, the sun. I don't know if it's B or not, but there's a B there. Jupiter, TRADV, number 1, B, Pisces, N. KFWH12, the moon, LUR, Cancer. Cancer vibe. Happy birthday, Cancers. The sun, number 9, BIBUPVM, Pisces again. One more time. Gemini, M4BJIBNO, Mercury. Alright, now I'm going to pull a few trinkets. Kailash, if you want to go ahead and get me a list together, I definitely want to do a birthday reading. So put that one on the list. Okay. A whole bunch fall out. Alright, there's my flamingo. Remember, I said that means something. There's the wings for the flight. Somebody flies or is in the military. Flamingo. We have an elephant. It looks like a Republican elephant to me. We have live in the moment. We have a butterfly that says miracles happen and another butterfly. We have wishes really do come true. We have a dragonfly. We have consider your impressions and follow them once in a while. We have a skull and crossbones. We have another elephant. We have a heart, an EKG like thumpity thump. This could be your heart. You could have heart problems, heart murmur. 4-leaf clover. She believed she could, so she did. Always in my heart. Learn from yesterday, live for today, and hope for tomorrow. I have a piece of crystal. I can't remember the name of it. Very powerful crystal. I have a handcuff, but this one's open. So it's like somebody got arrested. They got out of trouble. They may have finished their time or whatever. I have never, never give up. I have a flower that looks like a poinsettia. Something could happen at Christmas. I have a cross, like for Jesus. I have the hanged man. That's the Pisces vibe. There's a hanged man involved somehow. I have a shell, that Queen of Cups, or your name could be Shell. I have another cross. Looks like it's in a peace sign. It's a cross. Actually, that is a peace sign. Sorry. I have a crown. I have a skeleton key. And then I have a spatula. I likes to cook. I love to cook. Alright, I'm going to pull a little bit out of here. Out of here for the Lord forgive me. Alright, I have another key. A piece of rubber. Somebody needs tires. I have a piece of black tourmaline. A piece of sea glass. I have 2 balls that are identical. I don't know what that means. I have a horse. I have a lotus flower. I have an owl. I have an infinity sign. I have the Eiffel Tower. I have another shell. I have the word wish. Another skeleton key that looks like it has a rose on it. There is it that angel wing or that's the feathers you're finding. I have a bullet. Somehow a bullet. I have a penny. And I have a cash sign. Maybe somebody's going to send you a cash app. Maybe they'll send me one. Just kidding. Okay. Anything going on with this person's money, Spirit? Spirit says, whatever's going on, there's perfection involved. Alright, what does that mean? It means that there's something that you haven't seen yet. What are they not seeing? Your life purpose. You haven't found your life purpose yet. You're a phoenix rising. Will they find it? Spirit says you're going to have options. And what will be the outcome of the options? You're not going to rescue. You're going to be at a crossroads. The office is going to call. And it has something to do with an entertainer. You're not going to get rescued from this crossroads, but an office is going to call and there's an entertainer. Outcome of the entertainer getting the call from the office. Gaia is here. What else? Holy shit. You're going to be on the right path. So being an entertainer, get grounded because you're going to be on the right path. Outcome of being on the right path. When it comes to beauty, your money's going to come to a halt. Why is their money coming to a halt for beauty? Because you're not going to be a rebel when it comes to your real estate and your spirituality. No rebel in your real estate and your spirituality. What does that have to do with your money coming to a halt? You're going to have stability. So somebody's money is coming to a halt when it comes to beauty. Because they're going to be stable when it comes to where they live, their spirituality, and being a rebel. Why are they a rebel? Because they're uncomfortable. They need to grow up. They fight with you, and they're in their feelings all the time. Whoever this is that's so beautiful, that need to grow up and they're uncomfortable, so they fight and they're in their feelings. They're the one you need to stop giving money to, because that's what's affecting your stability. Somebody here is a mechanic also. Outcome of not giving them any money. Your animals are here. What else? Your health will no longer be impacted. You'll be able to take better care of yourself. Good deal. Good deal. Outcome of entertainer. Caution. Entertainer, caution. You're about to go to the next level. Why should they be careful of that? Because you don't want to make any mistakes when it comes to spell work. So be careful doing spell work. Outcome of spell work. A gift that's not a surprise, and it's undecided right now about being promoted. Wow. What's the gift? Somebody's going to take a risk, and there's going to be justice, and they're going to manage their money. I'm not going any further with that because I think we got a lot going on with this person. These people, I should say these people. It's not just one. Alright, I'm going to take a break, and when I come back, I will answer questions. Give me like 2 minutes. Just let me stretch my legs and get something else to drink. I am dying of thirst. You hear my phone? It sounds like Cosmo, doesn't it? Somebody heard it at work. We were at a conference the other day, and it's real loud too, and it scared the shit out of them. They were like, "What the hell is that?" Oh, shut up, Cleo. It's Cleo talking about I spent money. It ain't none of your fucking business what I do. I'm gonna take that app off of my phone. I'm so tired of her busting my balls all the time, talking about what I spending my money on. Fuck you, Cleo. I'm the one earning it. I'll be right back now. They don't know how to behave. I'll give you another one in a minute. You have one. That's enough for right now. Alright, folks. For waiting. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so grateful. Alright. Otto, just a minute, baby. I'll get you another treat after my reading, okay? Let me finish my reading. Let me finish my reading, sweetheart. Alright, let's see. Dipping. Simmering. Feeling for me currently, we have less communication. Simran's feelings for Dippin' Spirit. Alright, let's get this deck right here. What are Simran's true feelings? Can we tap in, please, to Simran's energy? May I tap into Simran's energy on behalf of Dippin'? Infatuated, but not only you. Uh-oh. Show me Simran's feelings. Pretending that it's only you. Oh, this one's never looked good, I'm sorry to say. It's a spiritual connection, but it's not only you. Ah, I'm sorry. Alright, show me Simran's true feelings. Oh, that flew out. Divine Masculine is here. Divine Masculine is in despair because they're seeing the truth of themselves. And loyalty is on the bottom of the deck. What are they seeing? They're going through an emotional whirlwind because they're not going to get a second chance because of it being consequences. So right now, they're seeing their part in things and they're going through an emotional whirlwind because of not getting a second chance because of consequences. That's how they feel. Dipping. Okay. Asha. Is Asha here? You're welcome, baby. Anytime. We'll do it again next time, okay? You're dealing with a... Where are they at in this journey, Divine Masculine? Divine Masculine is learning to not be deceptive, okay? Where is the Divine Feminine here? The Divine Feminine is separated. And what's connecting? Action. What's the action? Destruction came out, but in reverse. So there's somebody could have caused destruction. What do you mean? Clarify what you mean. There's a union. Clarify the union. Somebody, it looks like it's like they have no free will and you're mirroring each other. It's like you're mirroring each other and not having any free will when it comes to union. Somebody took action that caused destruction, and it was a union, but you're mirroring each other when you have no free will, and there's karmic partners involved. If that helps any. Dipping. Okay, Manya. Who's next? Asha? Yeah, Asha's next, and then Manya. Hey, Asha! Please see what will happen in my love life. Will I ever get my happiness, my ex today, or the right person? As am always unlucky. No, baby, you're not unlucky. I promise you're not. We feel that way, but we're not. Okay, so show me what's coming towards Asha in her love life, Spirit. May I see? What's coming towards Asha in her love life? In the next month. Let's say the next month. What's coming? Looks like you're going to reevaluate a situation. What's coming towards Asha in the next month? May I see, please? In the love life? Queen of Swords came out. Asha. Why is she here? Injustice, okay? What's gonna bring justice to Asha? Fill in the blank. Something's gonna bring justice. Can you clarify fill in the blank? It has to do with the Queen of Cups who had been left out. You were in love and you got left out. So because of this injustice, the Spirit's going to make it right. Can you show me how? Strength in reverse. Why is strength in reverse? Because when you look back over what you put into this, you're going to realize that you need to build a stronger foundation. You're realizing your weaknesses. That's beautiful. You're looking back over your love life and looking at the ways you handled situations, and you're going to see that you need to build a foundation. And look, you're even soul searching. There's a Virgo vibe, there's a Leo, there's a Libra, and there's also a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio vibe. So what's going to be the ultimate outcome of this love life? Oh, the Three of Swords came out. Heartache. Why is heartache here? Because you're going to be all in determined, but somebody is stuck. Why are they stuck? They're transforming. They're going through a huge... I don't know if it's you or somebody else, but something is, for some reason, somebody is very determined. They are standing up for themselves. They're taking back their power, and they're seeing things from a different perspective. I think it's because you're realizing the mistakes you made, and you're determined not to make those mistakes again. And so you're going through this huge change. The Lover's in reverse. Scorpio's here. This could be a Scorpio that got left out. Outcome of this change, this death. You're going to be independent, but you're going to have a wheel. Outcome of the wheel. The Empress came out. You're going to stand in your power big time. What's going to be the outcome for the Empress? Cards keep going on the floor. Judgment came out. Why is she going to have bad judgment? Because whoever you were in a relationship with that was like marriage or a Hierophant, somebody's going to come rushing in with, I think, wanting sex with you. And this is going to cause you to be unhappy. Outcome of them coming rushing in. It's not going to go anywhere. You need to be careful. Somebody's going to try to come back rushing in for sex. Don't do it. Don't do it. Show me how this person that's showing up as the Knight of Wands feels about Asha. They're going through shock, the unexpected, and trouble. And they're getting tired of something. What are they getting tired of? Somebody being tricky. This could be you. They feel like you are going through a big, like, shock because of not feeling like this journey is ever going to end, and somebody just tricking you. They know you know They are aware that you know how they are. And this is like something you keep repeating, deja vu. You've been here before. You're better off alone right now. Right now, I think you're better off alone. Let me see what the blocks are. You and I are on the same wavelength. All right, show me the blocks for Asha. Asha, addiction came out in reverse. There's been some addiction. It looks like it's behind you. Keep it there. What else? Soulmate, feeling unloved, and they're too passive. It's like they don't show you any attention. And they're too busy. Outcome of the soulmate. They're not going to commit. They're just not going to be committed. Anybody new? Making excuses. They're going to have anxiety. And they're going to feel like they can change you or you can change them. And you're not going to be compatible. So right now there's nobody new. And this person that they're going to come in for sex. Don't give them any. Don't let them use you that way. Hey, Lily. How you doing, baby? All right, Manya, you're up. You want to be added to the list, Lily? Kailash is asking. Why do I always get treated like an option by everyone, especially Mox? Am I lovable? Or because I'm not as pretty? Oh, you're not as pretty as others. Don't say that about yourself. You need answers, please. You're welcome, Asha. Asha, we got to be alone for a few, okay? It's going to be all right. Spirit loves us, and Spirit has the perfect person for us. We just have to wait. Okay. Okay, Manya, we got to deal with this. We can't have you feeling this way on your birthday. Alright, so the first thing you want to know is, why do you always get treated like an option by everyone? What are the blocks that cause Manya to get treated like an option, especially by Mox? Criticizing and not being compatible. Tell me why they get treated like an option. Fear of being... Okay, I think I see what's going on here. Show me why they always get treated like an option. I think the way you feel about yourself is getting in the way. Show me why they get treated like an option. Because of being not passive, but aggressive. I think you get a little bit too aggressive when it comes to dating, because you are afraid that you're not as beautiful as other women, and that this person is going to treat you like an option. So you're a little bit too aggressive with people who are not committed to you. So let's look at Mox in particular. Show me how Mox feels about Manya. May I see, please? He's longing for you. Or he feels like you're longing for him. Okay, how does the other person feel? I don't know which one. He feels like he wants to have this with you one day, someday, another time. One of you is longing and the other one wants to have this together. And it's time. Card turned over. Somebody's in pain. They're being secretive, and there's a card in the wrong deck. There needs to be an apology. He has hurt you because of lying to you, keeping secrets, withholding. He's been withholding from you, And I think he feels bad about this, and he's planning on returning, and he's your twin flame, okay? Alright. What would he say, since the communication has slowed down? What would Mox say to Manya? I don't know where to start. And the way I've treated you was wrong. So he's acknowledging he knows he did you wrong. And no one understands me but you. So what are you planning on doing, Mox? I can't make you happy. It hurts so much. Why can't you make her happy? Why do I feel so lost? You don't feel lost. You want out. He wants out of something. It's like he's in another relationship. Where is he at in this twin flame journey? He is or has a third party. He's either using something, working too much, living somewhere away from you. Somehow there's a third party. And this card has karmic partner. So I think it's a place or a thing. Alright. Why is he with the third party? Because he has free will, or he feels like he doesn't and he's separated. This third party is causing separation, and he feels like he don't have any free will. Why does he feel that way? Because he has no pride. He has no pride in himself. He feels bad about himself right now because of this third party, and that's why he's not talking to you. Where is Manya here? Manya, the winner. So you're feeling the coldness, I think. Or somehow the winter is something significant. What else? You're going to have a fresh start, maybe in the winter, or maybe you did have one in the winter. All right, what's connecting? A new direction. Outcome of the new direction. Purging. Outcome of purging. Somebody's going to be admired because you're no longer going to be stuck. You're not going to settle either. Outcome of your new direction once you purge. You're going to work on your inner child. Outcome of your inner child work. You're going to be guided. Guided to what? Reinvent yourself when it comes to your money and having regret. Why would you regret reinventing yourself? Because of no devotion. So somehow you want to do something different with your life when it comes to money and how you earn, but you would regret doing that because you wouldn't be devoted to somebody who wants you to do something else. And you're having to be patient. Alright. Angels. Are other women more beautiful than Manya? Unlikely. See, you're believing lies. And not within the next few months. Alright. So that's a lie. We dispelled that myth. That's a lie. Don't believe it. It's just not true. It has nothing to do with your looks. And as far as Mox, it looks like Mox is maybe hooked on something, or he's stuck on maybe a job. I don't know what he's doing, but there's some kind of third party that's keeping him away. And he feels like he can't, he feels like he doesn't have any free will when it comes to that third party. So it could be a job that he has to have, or it could be a commitment that he has to be in for whatever reason. I want to look at this new direction, because it looks like you're going to finally decide, you know, I'm better than this, and I'm going to go in a new direction. What will that new direction look like? May I see, please? What will the new direction look like? The Ace of Wands came out for you, Manya. You're going to be determined to not let anything hold you back. You see how this lady in this picture is wearing exercise clothes, and she's a little, heavy. She's not letting that hold her back. She's going to go for what she wants. She's going to be determined. She's going to have a spark, the strength from the universe. From this spark comes from all of the fire signs. Okay, so this is like a combination of Sagittarius, who is adventurous, Leo, who's strong and happy. All of the fire signs are the sun, so they all bring joy, happiness, and freedom. But Aries is bringing that boss and that fool, the Emperor and the Fool card. Aries is bringing the trust, and I can trust Spirit with my new beginning, and I can be the boss of me. I don't need anybody else to tell me what's best for me. That feel. You have all the fire signs combining to give you a spark. And they all are very inspiring and very creative. Okay? Alright, and look, the truth. There's also an air sign, like a Libra vibe. This can be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, according to this card. And it can also be a Capricorn. They're coming in and they're unstoppable. So between you having a new passionate spark and being unstoppable, what will be your outcome? When it comes to your heart being broken, you're gonna rewrite the story. You see all the books? You're rewriting this story. Instead of it being about hurt and heartache and disappointment, you're gonna rewrite it. Clarify the Three of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords. You're going to let the truth sink in. You might even write the truth. You might write a book about the truth when it comes to how heartache can affect us. You're carrying so much. This is going to lighten your load, though, when you finally let truth come out. Clarify that truth. Spirit said it's the fill in the blank truth. You might write a story about the truth. Outcome of doing that. Fill in the blank again, and somebody new. You're going to have somebody new that's attracted to you, and fill in the blank again. Can you clarify this attraction? Whoa, baby. Use your intuition. You're going in a new direction. You got somebody new coming. Maybe in 1 to 3 months. You definitely have aces here. You got something new starting real soon. Whew. Alright, now I want to see how he feels. Show me how this Knight of Cups feels about Manya. Ooh. He's saying goodbye to you. Alright. What's going to happen when he says goodbye? So that might be the one that hurt you. Somebody's going to purify. They're going to purge. When it comes to them being trapped, they're going to cry. And there's going to be no more unconditional love. Because they're going to lose you. Okay, so this person, whatever happened with these fill in the blanks, using your intuition, you're going to say goodbye to this person. This Knight of Cups, he can be flirtatious, but he can also be flaky as hell. And he will flirt with you and say all the right things, but he never backs that shit up. Alright, so is there anybody new coming? Somebody's guarded, cautious, and afraid. Alright, let me get the other deck back out. Anybody new coming? Right now, you need to get strong. You need to let this pain that you're going to turn into a new chapter, that you're going to rewrite this or write about this. You need to let this hard misfortune, this being left out in the cold, strengthen you. Everybody's going to hurt you. Outcome of your strength. What's it going to take? Wish fulfillment. The end of all this pain. All this pain. Look at how much pain you've been through. You have been hurt so much by love. Outcome of ending this. There he is, right there. There's your identical match, the King of Cups. He doesn't accept responsibility, and you haven't been able to end this, and it's caused you to be drained and defeated. You have to end it with this person. Because this person, I think, have a drug problem, Manya. I think that the third party is drugs or alcohol or work or something. They got a problem with something third party-ish. And they're strong in your energy, baby. They might be sex. But you're going to finally say goodbye to them, and you're going to purge. You're going to be like, I don't care if you're fat. I'm no longer going to show you love. You've lost me because of the way you've treated me. You're going to go in a new direction. You're going to go in a new direction. And he's going to be there in that new direction. And you're going to have to make a decision that you're not going to allow him to follow you in your new direction. What is this fool up to? Somehow there was a pregnancy test, and the sugar and the salt both look the same. Anything else we need to know? You were expecting a new beginning, but you didn't want it to be toxic. Outcome of the new beginning. Game over. So it looks like the pregnancy was terminated. Maybe you lost the baby, but you're a diamond girl who's born to shine, baby. Stop playing games with these people. And some people just like to watch the shit go down and enjoy the gossip. And it could be that it's affecting your time with your family. Alright, I want to look at one more thing. How can Manya not F herself? There's a gift you're not receiving. Either you have a gift and you're not allowing Spirit to use you that way, or someone wants to give you a gift and you won't take it. And you're effing yourself. What else? Your faith. You're struggling with your faith right now. Anything else? You're meditating because you need to meditate. Spirit is saying you need to meditate on why you feel like you're not beautiful, like you're not charming, because you are. And maybe the gift you need to receive is faith. It's like you don't even want to ask your angels anymore. I feel like you're really floundering right now. I feel like we need to give you some guidance. That's what I feel. Alright, let's give her some guidance. What guidance can we give Manya? Spirit, may I have guidance, please? Good, strong answers only, please, from the universe. Spirit's like, I'm going to keep giving you 2 or 3 until you take them. Alright, if you give them to me again, I'll take them. Jesus. That's not your cards. Give me Manya's cards back. Even in facing a challenge, believe in yourself. You are strong enough to conquer this. There will be help if you need it, but you already have the inner resources required to overcome any obstacle and attain the most blessed outcome. If you are in the process of letting go of someone or something, perhaps an old habit, an old way of life, a relationship, or a situation in which you have felt trapped, don't allow insecurity or uncertainty to stop you. You've got this, and you are doing the right thing and moving on. When you realize that you're strong enough to save yourself, and you are, you never have to be afraid again. As well as inner strength, you have inner wisdom. Deep within, you just know something or someone is or is not worthy of your time, energy, and attention. The most precious treasure that you will ever have in this is this divine gift of yourself. There is nothing that is more valuable and no one that is worth losing yourself over. You do not need permission from anyone other than yourself to decide to walk away from what isn't right for you and to stand your ground and honor your values, or to say no and refuse to give in to social pressure. You can be open to help and grateful for assistance, but you also know that whatever you need, whenever you need it, you have the power to learn, to act, and to figure it out, to find the love within that will empower you for the life that you deserve. Spiritual sacred ritual. Stand comfortably with your feet hip width apart. Feel the connection of your feet to the earth. Let yourself feel pleasantly heavy and grounded. When you are ready, say, I am a princess savior, and I know how to rescue myself. I love myself. I am worthy of respect. I choose happiness for myself. I am willing to follow any inner voice. When I don't know what to do, I know that the answer will come at the right time and in the right way. And I know deep within that I am going to be okay and everything is working out perfectly. Priority of purpose, number 30. You are a dreamer, but you're also meant to be a doer. It's the right time to cast off some of the demands of your time and attention that are keeping you from pursuing your true purpose. If you have many dreams, that's fine, but it's wise to focus on what you can do now. Allow your other dreams to percolate in the background for a while. When it's time to attend to them, you'll know. For now, do what you can and don't be afraid to make a sacrifice or two along the way. Those sacrifices will be repaid in more ways than you currently know. You won't lose anything by dropping the distractions and going for it. Making a choice can be hard, as if to say yes to one thing, you will have to say no to 15 other things. Remember that saying no is just saying not right now, rather than never. There is a higher plan for your life that includes all your passions. You can do it all, but just not at once. Your soul knows how to build your most inspired and beautiful divine life, as though it were building an extraordinary temple for your spirit. It knows that the foundations needed to be prepared and the walls built before the windows, doors, and skylights can be installed. The roof may be absolutely one of a kind incredible, but if you try to lay the roof before you've built the walls, you're going to have some problems. There's a certain order of how things need to happen, which the soul intuitively knows. That is why listening to the soul and trusting your inner guiding voice makes more sense than trying to accomplish everything straight away and ending up with so much less than you deserve for all that effort. Every moment of patience and sacrifice that you make now is stored up by the universe as a sweet grace that you will receive back later, as everything falls into place so perfectly. and trust your soul to know, to show, to gain everything you ever dreamed of, one simple step at a time. Sacred ritual. Here you go. Writing. Write a list entitled, "This is what matters most to my heart and soul." Read your list aloud and then say, "I trust that my soul is blessed and will show me how to create my most beautiful destiny, one step at a time." Number 21, Starborn. And Asha, if you're still here, my therapist, I went to go see him a couple months ago, and I was talking to him about wanting, to find another man in my life eventually, because he was my therapist when I decided to leave my husband, and he was my therapist when my husband died, and he's still my therapist. And he told me, he said, "Christie," he said, "you're not going to find a man around here worthy of you." He said, "You are a very powerful and very special woman. And the men around here are not looking for a very powerful and special woman except to be their mommy. And you don't need a child. You have 3 already. You need a man. And you need to make sure when you find one that his salary is 2 or 3 times what yours is. And that he can provide for you in the ways that you deserve to be provided for." And so that's what I'm holding out for. And I'm not going to take in losers who need a place to live, or need a car to drive, or can't take care of themselves. I mean, it's different if somebody's sick and they're on disability because they're not able to work. That's different. You can fall in love with somebody like that, and that's okay. But we're talking about men who choose to be sorry as hell, not work, do drugs, drink alcohol, and all they want from me is to have sex and use me for my money and for my home and for my husband's truck that's sitting in the yard. Fuck them. Number 21, Starborn. You have a strong spiritual connection with the universe. Trust your intuition and your inner feelings about things, especially when your inner feeling is at odds with the appearance of something. Sometimes it's when it seems like the least is happening that the most important thing is actually taking place. You just cannot see it yet. You have a special and deeply spiritual life purpose to fulfill. You cannot get there with logic and planning. Your spirit knows how to guide you, and the universe knows how to support you. Following your heart along your spiritual path is going to lead to the best, brightest, and most beautiful life success. There's stardust in your soul. The earth loves you, and you are meant to be here. But you may feel as if you may feel in your heart that you come from some other place. Human behavior may not always make sense to you. It may sometimes seem unnecessarily cruel or selfish. And if you let yourself fall deeper in love with the earth, enjoying her creativity, and this is why you have to get grounded and get out into nature, because you're like me, you're not from here. As you let yourself fall deeper in love with the earth, and why you chose to bring your starry-eyed soul to her as a human being living the life you're meant to be living, you'll realize that there are certain ways that you can help others to open up to the wisdom that your heart already knows. We cannot always understand why things are the way they are, but we can always make positive contribution towards healing change. Your life mission is to be happily you, feel most true, to fall in love with your life here on earth, just as much as you fell in love with your soul As you feel love in your soul for the heavenly stars, you are meant to be here, shining as a beautiful, loving star on earth. Sacred ritual. You can do this exercise physically or by visualizing, feeling, imagining, or pretending. You are going to gaze at the stars in the night sky. Lay on your back. Remember, we talked about this already. If you can, perhaps somewhere in nature, if that is possible, feel the pleasant heaviness of your body connecting to the earth. As you relax and gaze at the stars, they deeply shine. Maybe you see or feel a shooting star. That's another star-born soul just like you, making her way to the earth to increase love and light on this planet just like you do. All right, Manya, happy birthday, sweetheart. I hope that helped you, and I pray that you'll have a blessed and prosperous year and many more birthdays. All right, was there somebody else that wanted a reading? Is that the end? What are we doing? Let's see. Pull a yes or no from the universe if blocking mosh will be the right decision. Absolutely, baby. Let me light another candle. These candles are going crazy today. The air conditioner's on. I usually turn it off when I'm reading, but it's very hot here. It's like so hot here. Alright, universe, I need your help. I need to know if blocking mocks is the right decision. Should Manya block mocks? May I see, please? May I have a clear yes or no answer? Did she need to block him? Is it time to just let him go? Because that's what the cards were indicating. So let's find out from the universe. Universe, does she need to block mocks? May I see, please? No need to worry. Don't stop. So, what does that mean? Does that mean don't stop? Does that mean block him? Perfect timing. Listen to your intuition. Tell me yes or no. Spirit said take action. There's something better within the next few weeks. I'm taking that as a yes, but can I get a yes or no? Compromise and don't wait. Spirit said no. You probably already knew that. So I gotta know. I gotta know. Can we ask again? Should she block him? Communicate clearly. Okay. Should she unblock him? Big happy changes. Be assertive. I think you may already have blocked him. Spirit saying unblock him. Should she unblock Mock? Ask for help from others in romance. It's up to you, Spirit says. It's up to you. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think it's going to matter. What's that? I hope that helped, baby. Maybe give it some time. DG, what's up, baby? How you doing? Oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever. How's it been? Good. I'm glad, Manya. I'm so glad. I'm glad to hear that, DG. I'm glad you're good. What's up? You got a question today? I asked about you. I think it was one day this weekend, maybe Friday night. Are you just stopping by to say hey, or did you have a question? I know what you want. You want a treat. You want a treat. Okay. Alright. Let me give this dog a treat. Come on. Good Lord. You're a piece of work. This is the last one. These things are $16.99. They used to be $9.99. I'm not going to give them to you on my other anymore. Should have never started that shit. Alright, DG, I'm going to give you a divine message, okay? This is called Sacred Rebel Oracle. Divine message for DG Spirit. May I have one card, please? One card, no bottom of the deck. There we go. I'm not going to look at the bottom of the deck. DG Spirit wants you to focus on the light. Page 37. A tremendous force of light is gathering around you. It is attracted to the purity of your intention to create from your heart. As your intention grows, so does the light. As the light grows, so does your intention. Magic wants to happen for you now. The synchronicity, perfect timing, opportunities, and information that are needed will seem be drawn right to your door. You may start to feel as if you cannot walk outside without stumbling into something helpful, wonderful, and inspiring. You might be startled as this interplay of light with your heart evokes many new successes and attracts an abundance of opportunities your way. You may need to adjust as the field of your light grows stronger and its effects become more palpable. It may be rather dramatic improvement. It may bring rather dramatic improvements into your world. You may be uncomfortable or feel out of your depth with these changes. This would be understandable, but it would be a shame for you to hold on to that resistance for anything more than a brief moment. Any resistance or fear will inhibit the continuing free flow of the light so that it can manifest its beauty through you in the physical world where it is needed. It is best to stay focused on your pure heart and intentions. Just allow all else to happen of its own accord, without making it mean anything too personal. Simply let it be the workings of the great light of love flowing through a pure heart and touching the world. Even if the light that is drawn to you and flows through you has some dazzling effects, you don't have to get caught up in it. Doing so might start you worrying that you are unworthy or that you are unable to keep up. This worry will constrict possibilities rather than allowing the free flow of the light. You have permission simply to be appreciative of the light and to enjoy it as you continue to focus on what really matters, the pure intention of your heart and your desire to create. If you are not sure what this means or how it would look on a practical level, consider this example. A service-oriented businessman becomes very successful financially and gains considerable commercial power, which can be used to help promote its message or assist other organizations in gaining exposure to the public. Of course, that power could be used in less pure ways, such as boosting personal ego rather than promoting the agenda of the heart. Power games and politics might start erupting as the people grab for their share, and suddenly the purity of the project begins to crumble. Sometimes success can be like a powerful mirror and a shining searchlight as it shows up what was already within someone or a group of people. Under the spotlight of success, it is more intense, amplified, and obvious. This can give us the opportunity to sow the seeds of our own destruction or to work on what arises from a heart-centered perspective to create a firmer foundation that supports even greater attainment. How would that work in this example? By returning attention of the heart of why the business was started in the first place. It is wise to maintain focus on the pure original motive for the work rather than shifting course to focus on money or influence. The latter are not bad per se, but they are rather different vibration. Focus on the personal gain rather than the heart-centered contribution. When focus shifts from the heart, the underlying energy of any creative project can become contaminated with lower vibrational forces, such as fear, which is behind grief, for example. If this is not rectified, that business or creative project will begin to change. It will lose the luster of its original purpose that made it so attractive and magnetic to the light. Its continued ability to grow as a light in the world is diminished. It may end up becoming just another corporate machine, successful according to more conventional measures or not. The genuine heart-centered success that creates a win-win field of energy for all involved can only be attained, nurtured, and expanded when those creating the project or business remain focused on the purity of their own original intention. Why did you start this to begin with? This oracle brings an assurance of success. Damn, DG, you're about to have some wild success come your way. Success of the highest order, not just commercially, but from the heart. It will manifest as a highly valuable offering to the world. You're about to contribution to the world that's going to bring you success, DG. This applies to a project, endeavor, or organization in which you are involved. Your heart will help you realize which group or project it applies to. That was you using your intuition at work. It may be more than one. However, you must stay focused. Enjoy the glittering lights of success, but don't be distracted by them. Stay on point with what you want to create and why. Stay true to yourself. This oracle also brings another message. Don't be distracted by other paths around you at this time, as you are too close to succeeding on the one you are on now. Diluting your energies in the pursuit of too much will slow down your success, and the world needs your light to shine sooner rather than later. In time you may diversify and explore other ways to express yourself, but for now, build what you are working on and know that success is coming swiftly. Oh my gosh, DG, this is beautiful. I want you to do this no matter how silly it might feel. It's important because I have done these in this book when I have pulled cards for myself, and you won't feel anything at first but foolish. But over the next few days or weeks, you're going to see what I'm telling you begin to manifest in your life. So it's important that you follow through with this healing process. All right. Imagine that a huge sunflower is following the sun from sunrise to sunset. Imagine a golden arc of light being created by the greatly moving head of the sunflower. That arc of light flips upside down to become a vessel filled with golden energy that drops down like rainfall of energy from the golden orb of the sun. Imagine you can breathe in the vessel of golden energy. It feels good. Stay with the good feeling and let it settle in your heart. In your own time, open your eyes. You have completed your healing process. Gigi, wow. Congratulations. I don't know what you're working on, but you're going to change the world, and it's going to bring you a lot of success, probably a lot of fame. And when it does, don't let it distract you. Don't let all the money that you get or all the success that you get go to your head. Remember in your heart why you began the project to begin with. Okay? So good to see you. Yes, amen. And come back and see me again soon, okay? And you can reach out to me privately and tell me what's going on. If you want to. You don't have to. But when this happens, you can reach out to me privately and say, hey, that happened. You're not, oh my God, da, 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 da. I would love to hear about it. Always. Always, always, always. Okay, good to hear from you. You take care, and I can't wait. I mean, you can tell us publicly if you want. We're all anxious, I'm sure, to know what you're going to do. Oh, I love you too, baby. I love you too. I love you so much. I love you all. And thank you for being here, okay? Come back soon. All of you come back soon. Have a great day, night. Enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll see you about midweek with another reading. Thank you, Kailash. Thank you, my sweet baby. I love you. You guys take care now, okay? Mwah. Bye. Otto's gone.